I myself, Supreme Intelligent, God Allah, aka Pac-Man, these are called God degree. God degree for me is a form of food. Food is not only something that you put in your stomach, food is something you use for your mind. Food for your mind is knowledge. When you hear knowledge that makes sense, you're not even hungry. You can listen to it for hours and it makes you feel, You could be hungry physically in your stomach. When you start hearing knowledge, that God degree, that food for your mind, you're no longer hungry at all. At all. That same God degree comes in different forms as a liquid, as water, liquid. Now people say beer, liquor is not good for the body. Listen to me. Too much of anything is not good for the body. You have to know who you are, first of all, when you say this. You have to know where you stand in life, how tall you are, how much weight do you have. Because you have to be 6 foot and better, actually, to be in the God concept. And simply say you have to weigh a certain amount of weight to be in the God concept. I understand that these are made by man himself. And each man who has potential to be God is catered to himself and those around him at the time. So when you cater to yourself, those around you at the time, you reflect your vibe, you reflect your cipher. So when you certain things are written and it's added on, it's because you reflect the people around you. You don't know who could be there 100 years from now or who's here 100 years before you. So you talk about what you did you respected the moment or who's around you at the moment. So once you understand that at the moment you could show and prove something, it could be true at the moment. But like it says in our lessons, every 25,000 years we renew our history. We're not waiting 25,000 years like the brother said before to renew our history. It could be 25 years, 25 months, 25 hours, 25 seconds, and so forth. And we could always recreate ourselves. We never stay the same. And there's nobody to change us, to say, or nobody to correct us, because there's no greater force of justice system but man. Nature or elements take their course. They have a same system of saying they don't have a right or wrong. If a tornado come through and smash a city or a village, there's no right or wrong for the tornado. If a water as nature as the elements take their course, because remember they have a form of intelligence that has a male and female concept. They're not biased. They're not choosy male and female. They're going by a stronger version. The universe doesn't go by, oh, she's a woman, she's right, or he's a man, he's right. They're going by the stronger version. It so happened because the truth is the truth. The man who is the foundation of these versions is always going to be the stronger version because it's his idea. It's his idea. You would not be a stronger version in somebody else's idea because it's not your idea. You didn't make this idea up. The idea made you, so the idea will always be a stronger version. Even if you're right, for argument's sake, that somebody said something before, these were the rules, these were the way it's supposed to be, and when you win the argument, the idea started the stronger version dominate you. But you say, but you said this at first, and now you change it up because it's still the stronger version. Remember, there's no greater force to justify or to penalize that idea because it's the foundation. So it can't be penalized. It can't be penalized. Water is always going to be wet unless you put fire, different elements in it. And it's really not talking about man and woman anymore. We talk about elements and gases, and there's no emotion about that. There's no feelings, emotions, there's no pain, there's no sorrow, there's no crying, there's no fear, there's no happy, there's no emotion about elements. Only people who feel the emotional elements is human beings and supreme beings, man and woman, black, white, Indian type. We feel the after the effect of the weather of the climate changing. We are the one who say it's cold outside. Winter don't say it's cold outside. We don't want to say it's hot. Summer don't say it's hot. We say water's wet. Water don't call it wet. We say it's windy. The wind don't call himself windy. You understand? So when you understand what I'm saying? So these titles and these feelings that we make up to describe how we feel, the things that we speak about doesn't feel the same way. You might say, I hate the cold, it's cold outside. The cold love being cold. I can't stand the heat, it's too hot. The heat said, I wish I would give a fuck. I can't stand the water, I might drown. Water said, I'm 3/4 of this planet, who gives a fuck? So you understand how a stronger version is more superior than than some of our little theories and our little lessons as man and woman? Okay, that's the universe. Ain't a woman create that. It always existed in one state to another. We just gave it manifestation by how it's incorporating it in our world. That means in our own planet Earth, we are more important to each other than the universe should be important to you. That means your circle, your circumference should be more important to you than the universe, because the universe is outside your circumference. It's outside of your world. It affects you because every element of black man's body is in the universe. We're the only being on earth that's every element in our body, the black man. You should know that. You should know that every element of the universe inside a black man, from the gold in the blood, copper, the diamond, the platinum in the teeth, every color, everything is inside a black man already. So there is there is a foundation to everything, and it's the black man. And from the black man, the original black man, that we added the universe and saying it was there, but it didn't exist to you because it didn't matter to you. It wasn't part of your reality. It wasn't part of your existence. Like saying the ocean exists right here, but you can't swim because you ain't got no gills. It doesn't it's not irrelevant to you because you can't swim in the ocean. You can drink water, you can take a bath, you can watch something, you can put water on the plant, it'll grow, but you're not gonna jump in the ocean. It's thousands of life in the ocean, right here on Earth, right here down the block, right here in the ocean, thousands of life. You cannot jump in there and swim for hours or build a house or live there without oxygen. You cannot. You cannot. So it just shows and proves that certain things that you might think is important to you because you walk on land is not stronger than the universe. It's a stronger version. So you have to always respect that before that version became physical, it was elements and thoughts. And the first concept of that physical was a black man that possessed the genitals in the shaft in the brain concept to generate enough blood cells to make a sperm to come from the penis that is life, regardless if the woman didn't pick it up. That's a lot of that sperm is life by itself. There is no woman involved. The stimulation could come from just inhaling, exhaling, and then you come and it generates stimulation and the blood travels down your spine. Here comes the sperm. Then you have life. There's no woman involved. There's no woman involved. In that concept of sperm, XY chromosome, we could have called it anything we want. We didn't have to call it woman. We didn't have to make it feminine. We could have made it a whole different concept. We could have made it like animals. And act like cats and dogs and lions and birds and have no sassy concept or a sweet concept or nurturing or mother, sister, girlfriend. Those concepts was man-made years later. As saying we role play everything. Imhotep not wasn't only the father of medicine. In Egypt, there was the father of theater. That they role play everything. There's a lot of acting going on. A lot of self-creating thoughts was going on. From watching animals, dogs, cats, monkeys, birds, bees. We did it. This is what you call doing the knowledge. Doing the knowledge to look, listen, observe, respect. The word itself is like the word is emotion. Like the mind, mind. If we put the M upside down, it's like the wind, the air, the wind. The words are formulated through like it's like if you blow through a flute and you press certain thing, it makes certain sounds. And certain sounds make you feel so like that sounds nice. Or that sounds harsh. That sounds horrible. Through your personal experience through sound. So as the mind transformed to the wind, and it was always here. Certainty was always here. And to that 360, that's always turning is a circle, is a proven fact. At the period of time, it start to form different things that was already there. Everything's already here. It just go from one stage to another. Like I said, the universe is one big kitchen cabinet, one with two chests, one big store. And anything you need as a god, you will go to get it. But you have to be a black man because you're the only one that has everything, every element of the universe inside of you in the universe at the same time. And from those elements, you made the woman, other man, and other things. Now, at the same time, other elements had the same possession, but not everything. Like a rabbit could go from brown to white in the wintertime to show its elements. A crab could break a leg and grow a leg right back to show its element. A bird could fly with the air of a hummingbird with less air. It shows its element. A fish could be in the ocean and use the magnet to travel a certain speed and will use gills to drink and survive. I mean, to breathe. It shows its element. It can't do nothing else. Out of all the elements of the universe, they have enough elements to make them do what they can do, but they can't do everything. So those elements are spread out through the universe to different entities in different forms of life. Only the black man has every element in his body. It could grow back, it change colors, it could transform, we endless because we create ourselves. Even when we die, we physically stop moving and we go from one stage to the other. It just shows and proves we always go from one stage to the other. It's endless. Life is not infinite. It's not always a physical thing. That's why it says the black man symbolize to the sun. So the black man is symbolize to just like the black man is the foundation to his family. The sun is the foundation to our solar system. So when you understand how we have a symbolic concept, you have to understand why we always the foundation is never a woman. So when you have this concept, you have to understand when people start taking away from the truth and start lying about who's responsible or who should be this or who should be that, it's also known as bait and switch. That was our idea as well. So now, when we switch on you with the bait, those who already knowing is those who advance. Those who not knowing is those who are passing. So you got to understand that it's a night and day thing, but it's what they call the yin and yang. It's a yin and yang thing going on in the universe in the life itself. The woman is always supposed to be with us in our movement. She was never supposed to separate from us and say she go challenge us. We have to deal with everything else in the universe. So you coming out, a woman coming out her concept of life and saying she's not gonna step out her man, or she's not gonna be with a man, or she's going, or whoever got to her, or the man first told the man he shouldn't have this woman next to him, send his woman this way. So it was you was baited by give you an idea of a concept, and it switched up on you until you go a different direction, and that's what you did. Now, when you went in a different direction, because we are far of, or how we say, we are the foundation of our existence. That means once we separate in different directions, the man as a foundation existence can be swift and changeable and adaptable because he is the foundation. That means once he separates from the woman by somebody tricking him, he can still rebuild because he has the stronger words by saying he is still a man. She might have a different situation there because now she's not a woman no more. Because what she doesn't have the man with her, and that's what the bait was to switch upon her when she forgot it was the man that brought her in first. And only because the concept of the devil, which is me, a smart person, was used to trick the man, was used to trick the bait, to make the bait and switch on you to do what? To make a gain, to make a profit, to earn something more, to have more than you, to say I have a accumulation of things now. I'm acquiring things now, or how you say I'm killing time. Say I'm doing something now to show the changes of one state to another. That means if you have something and I took it from you, or I cheated, I used a technique, or I cheated you out of it, or I lied. It just shows the transformation or the change of one time from one stage to another. That's a concept of time moving anyway. That's a process. So what you're supposed to be able to do now, you can still show up with that process by beating that. It's like say if you play the basketball game for a couple hours or sports, and this team is always known for winning. You can actually win if they look at you as a competition, or they look at you as a person that could be challenged when they have to prove themselves they could beat you because they don't know if they could beat you every time. They know they beat you before, but they don't know if they could beat you every time. There's always a possibility for you to be a winner. That means always a possibility for you to make a better decision. But for you to have a possibility to make a decision, you have to know the foundation of the decision, which is your man, not your woman. So now, with all of the trick knowledge of who's what, where, and why, this is what the whole concept of devilship was about. This is what the whole concept of negativity, or what people use certain books to say, listen, this is already set up like this in certain areas. Because when America was built, Europe had a concept, Africa had things going on, even China. Everybody had a civilization going on before America. The Caribbean and America that was one of the last places to have a modern city. South America had Indians going through all that. Alaska, everybody else, every area on the planet Earth had a group of people doing something. When the slave trade started, we knew for a fact this was going to happen because, like I said, we are the we are the found fathers and the foundation of all this in existence. So we already knew we was going from Africa, or how you say Asia, China, all the areas, and we knew it was coming to America. We already planned that. That's already part of the plan. And at the same time, within that plan, if in that plan, what I just say as a plan goes on, these things happen. We had a playbook. That's in our playbook. If this happened, we do this, we do that. We do. This is the black man play. This is what the mathematics is. This is what 20 lessons is the black man's playbook that has two parts missing, which is three. The other 120, which is 360. That's a full compass. We use 90 degrees north, east, west, and south. That's the black man's handbook, the thinking tools to use when it's time when people switch plays on him and say he can't have a wife no more, or he's going to jail, or he's going to get killed, or he's getting exiled. So now he has to do what? He has to do what he get back to his lesson and do what becomes the knowledge that he is, which is the foundation of his existence. Now, in that concept, when you acknowledge the foundation of existence, there's no stronger version no more. All anything else is somebody's opinion. Just like saying what I eat don't make you shit. And that's the gases concept. Now physically now, the God degree now, which is more food, is where when I said if I might smoke what they call equality rule born. Y'all know what equality rule born is. I'm not gonna give up the mathematics for y'all, cause y'all, if you don't know what mathematics, you wanna know equality rule born. Yeah, if it's similar to something called weed or chronic stuff like that. That's a God degree. That's a God degree. God degree is a form of food. Anything you put in your mouth, right? If you swallow it, liquid, or inhale it like a humidifier, and inhale, exhale is a form of food. It brings you nourishment to support either your physical composition, that's your body as a physical, as a solid, the liquid as saying that like water or juice for your mind to refresh your mind, or the gases like fire and certain elements that support the how you say your thinking gases that put together the mind that use the brain to manifest moving around. There's a different forms of God degree. It's a different from the God degree. This is what you call privileged information. A lot of people abuse this and get drunk, like say the liquid part, where somebody use liquid courage. Somebody might take a sip of Henny, a sip of beer, and you unwind. You get a liquid courage. That's a form of God degree. A lot of you might smoke some equality rhubarb or some good man, well, not some with rose spray, not some defective things, some that's properly raised, or if you add your own 2 cents to it to make it cater to you, that's your God degree. When you use that form of inhale, exhale, those nourishments or like gases that stimulate certain things that allow you to do what? Think better. Because food kills your hunger, it makes you communicate better. If you're hungry, like it's like a sticker commercial, if you're hungry, you're cranky. When you're hungry, you're cranky. So God degree for the food will stop you being cranky. God degree like liquid, like liquor or beer, give you liquid courage. God degree in a form of, let's say, equality group born where you have to put fire to something is a form of gases. It always was our thing. This is nothing new. This was always out there since Egypt. You got beer, you got smoke, you had these elements, you had these vices. You see people use incenses in temples. This is nothing new. Nothing new. Nothing new. So there it is. If you want to know, does PAQ smoke equality reborn? Fact. Does PAQ use liquid as a form of God degree? Fact. Does PAQ use food as a form of God degree for the physical? Fact. Do PAQ use poison food? No. Alright? Because poison food is the meat. That's food. Poison. Liquid is not a food, it's just liquid. It's not the same thing. It's not the same thing. Poison or not, if you abuse water, you could die. If you abuse orange, anything liquid, but if you use it moderate to stimulate, or how I would say to refresh a certain thing, to add a little liquid to it, or moderation, with like it's like you're a chemist. You know how much you need to get a wine. You know how much you need to feel a certain way. You know how much is too much to get you drunk. That's being responsible. Even when you smoke, you know how much you need to smoke to be a certain way, how much you don't smoke, and what you're smoking exactly. Because people know these things do help you and make you a better person. What they do, they give you a whole bunch of it, hoping you OD, like a lot of OD, and kill yourself. Because too much of anything is not good for you. So you have to have the knowledge. You have to know yourself first. You have to know what you're dealing with. You have to be wise in what you're doing. Then you can understand why it does what it do, and so forth and so forth. And that's basically it, man. That's basically so. Basically, the woman is not the creator universe. It's okay to use different forms of God degree to take care of whatever needs to be done to make you feel relaxed as a God. If you're not God body, you will abuse the power because you don't have the knowledge. You don't know the ledge. Knowledge means to know the ledge. That means when you start doing things, you don't have the proper education, you OD in some form of fashion. That means either you don't, if you don't get drunk, you do it too much. If you don't do too much, you do it responsibly. In some alignment, whatever you do, if you don't have proper education, because you don't have to be God body to have proper education. But if you're a black man or black woman, if you are God body, the proper education comes naturally. So you make sense when you do stuff naturally. Even when you say the universe is created by a woman, it makes sense to you because you have the God body concept. It does make sense to you, and that's the power of God. If every God body had mass and circumference, it had a concept, and we all went separate ways. Your concept will be always true in separate ways. We'll never, ever come across each other. We'll never meet until in our lifetime, and you go back to essence as a fact. That would be your fact, and nobody can change that. If you come across other people and now you go a different direction in a stronger version, you come across a stronger version, and it proves you wrong. It just shows you the reality is you are wrong, and that is not the only concept. Then if you want to challenge this, well, show and prove, then I would take then we take the title away from both of us and say, do you disagree? Do you agree to disagree? There was a concept before physical. It was a thought. Fact. Now, somebody said, well, can a female have a thought? Once again, the reason why the female have a thought, she wasn't even in the concept yet. If anything, is a black thought, a male thought, or a brown male thought, a black thought, or a white male thought. Then you got yellow and different color thoughts. These thoughts are all entity by themselves that separate themselves like a man busting a nut from think about some stimulation and he has a sperm which is a life. No woman involved. Food is known to make people feel like busting a nut, not to be disrespectful. Uh, something that's still like excitement can make you bust a nut without a woman. That's something that's a form of stimulation. A lot of things can stimulate you to make you feel excited. Is there's no woman around or involved in that? All right. So she's not the creator of those things. We created all that and that and the third. It's the same thing with the God degrees, different from a God degrees, solid, liquids, and gases. You have to know what you're talking about first. This is what it means to be responsible. You have to do things for a reason. Some people smoke all day for no reason. They drink all day for no reason. They indulge in these things for no reason and give it a bad name where it becomes illegal. Because now if you can't get it, you robbing, you stealing, or you hurt other people, or you do something destructive with the thing that you're getting, or how you get to what you need to feel a certain way, and that's because of problems, because of crime, people getting hurt, people not getting their job done, people not being sad, people feeling threatened that you might destroy them to get to these vices because you can't afford to get it from the source that make it because you're not using it properly, you're abusing it. That's why they have laws and saying they have programs. People start abusing it today. I gotta stop this because I'm abusing my body. Anything could be abusing. Water could be abusive. Vegetables, for example. A lot of people talk about vegetables is best for you. Now, I know vegetables not the best thing for you. Like meat is not the best thing for you. I know liquid and gas is the best thing for you, but that's because that's the foundation of how it started. Now, because of your financial situation or your medical situation, if you're healthy or body, you might eat different things for different reasons, or not eat different reasons. But the foundation was always solid. It was always a liquid and gas thing for the physical, because our flesh is already solid. Our body already got the solid. Now you need the liquid and the gas. This is the foundation to a black man machinery of his body. Everything else is an add-on. It's an add-on. All right. Me being supreme, I always do with the foundation. It's through a process of learning things, reading things, trial and error, making mistakes, correcting my mistakes, making things better. So I'm able to show and prove these things in the simplest language form. So I don't have to use long words, I have to use a dictionary or try to look up, try to think what is PAC saying. You understand clearly what I'm saying. We have no shadow of doubt that the foundation of the universe came from a man, a black man concept, similar to what I'm saying right now, because now you can see everything clearly. At the same time, the same man who the man has talked to right now, who shown proof can, if he chooses to use a liquid to as a form of God, which as a form of food to intake, to where it might stimulate and make me feel like if I lack something to enhance it. Like if you're hungry, you feel tired, you eat some food. If you're thirsty, you drink different type of juice. If you need some gases to stimulate something, you put the fire to make these gases. I'm showing them prove how this was always done by not just black, white, all types of men, pipes and wine and liquor. It became a legal issue in America because a lot of you brothers who are dumb, not a lot of people who are dumb, deaf, or blind, are doing things to other people to get to these things because they couldn't afford it and they wasn't the creator of these things. The herb that we call weed is grown all over places, and the heat, the sunlight itself will fry, will cook it, and you can pluck it right off the branch. That's the smoke. The same plant that makes the liquor, the bulb thing, the verb thing, I can pronounce the word properly, or the plant that dries up in water to make the liquid, it's all natural. It's all natural. But because we're not in the continent or place where these things exist, we have to get from other people, and to make these products, they have to get this other people, and they want to make business. This is where money comes in and trade and all this and the third, and this you have a business going on where people are getting food, they're getting drinks. You know what I'm saying? They have capitalism. Everybody try to get the things that like they need to feel good about themselves. End of the day, we all want to feel good about ourselves. That's the bottom line. We all want to feel good about ourselves. But what you need to do in the present feeling, you need to do the truth. So if you're all in the winner circle as a black man, a black woman, or you have knowledge of a black man, or you have the knowledge of a black woman who understand this concept and in your circumference, then you are up one. That if you know a God body, or you know earth, or you know me, And you say I could show and prove this with the smallest baby that you in the right circle. If you don't know me, it don't apply to the flies. I mean, you can still get the knowledge, but it's nothing like getting it from the horse's mouth, from the guards themselves, from the people who turn pages. Because there's nobody else there's no other department in charge of us when it comes to this department, and we all do what they're writing as that. Everybody who practice penal system or a money system have a in God we trust. That's who we are as God, black men who possess this knowledge and show and prove it. So the God concept is our concept. It is our system. The Lord is our system. The money is our money, and they work for us. But when you're trying to teach yourself for some unknown reason, you wonder why you're getting shot by yourself because you cheat yourself. When you get shot by the police who work for you, you cheat yourself. When you get poisoned or you ordained by the people who try to cater to you by giving you poisonous meat. In the vegetable, for example, green vegetable is made got pine in it. Pine is poison. Pine is like grass. It's fun to put too much of pine. The same pine that make cabbage, lettuce, and all the green plants. When it goes inside your body and it digests, it turns to a paste, like a soft paste that makes sheetrock, and it hardens up. That makes your arteries get stiff, and it makes you hard to move because your arteries become stiff and the blood flow can't flow properly. You might have to sip some wine, sip some Hennessy to extend your blood so your blood can go properly when you eat vegetables and stuff like that. That hardens up in your arteries, in your blood veins. Same thing with meat. Meat lays up in your stomach and turns to fat and becomes like rotten food, and it gives a smell in your waste come out your body, smell a certain type of way. So they're both in conflict. Eat the same thing with grain. So you do need certain liquids to break your blood up so you can go through thinner, certain garlic, certain things, because they need to make the blood thinner so it can flow properly and like a well-oiled machine allow you to move properly and think properly without giving you no headaches or giving your joints pain because your blood is not flowing properly. This is why you need certain liquid in your body to get the blood flow properly. Not ODing in it to become a drunk and monk and kill yourself or be disorientated or be drunk and be organized because you drunk and you confused. It's not about that. You can drink too much water and die. So you're not ODing and nothing. I don't OD enough. I'm speaking for myself. I do not OD. I get to a point where I'm nice, depending where I'm at. If I choose to take a chance and make myself be vulnerable, it must be because I don't know. I don't do that. Even when I can't say I drink to get vulnerable. When I was ignorant, yeah, but not in these days and times. I don't ever drink to get vulnerable. I don't even smoke to get vulnerable. Some people smoke to get fucked up. I'm gonna get fucked up and get fucked up for real. I don't ever say no shit like that. I get nice. I feel good. I laugh. I giggle. I play. Have a good time. That's what I do when I'm in my relaxed mode. Some of you say I'm gonna get fucked up, and you get fucked up. I don't promote getting fucked up, and I damn sure promote getting wasted. All right. So when you see PAQ-MAN smoking, you think you have a question why? Because I'm God, and I use it properly. That's a God degree. That's a form of nourishment. That liquid that helps my blood. I eat vegetables now. Helps is a form of a nurse for the body, and it give me like more than the courage to do things, not to do things I wouldn't do normally, but to enhance the things I would do and help my body at the same time because I eat vegetables that turn to a paste that hardens up. Because vegetables is not your best friend, and neither is meat. But because my body and muscle has memory, and due to my mom's and schools, institutions, they've been feeding food to me for years, where my muscle got memory, it's like a drug addict. It needs its fix. Me, my mind personally don't need it, but the body needs it. So because muscle has memory, I have to feed it what it needs because it's an entity within the cell. Some people other call it the flesh or the spiritual world. They use the word to me to say that I'm saying, but to make a long story short, your muscles has memory. So because it sees certain food commercials, certain colors, certain places, well, I'm hungry. You don't be hungry. When I start doing that, when I start dropping jewels in mathematics, you're no longer hungry now. Because you're getting that God degree, which is that mental food. Another God degree, wisdom, knowledge, parts of knowledge, which is another form of food. These are different forms of degrees of food. I'm talking about God degree. These are different forms of God degree. All right? And these are the lessons that's in the 12 jewels in the supreme alphabet in the math. I ain't go to 1 to 10. I don't even deal with 1 to 10 like that, or 1 to 14, 136, 1 to 4. I don't even talk about that as a history conversation with brothers, and you can use those to answer questions to understand that in the days of time. These are the playbook for why the world is fucked up today in these days of time. It's the playbook for why it's fucked up. The thinking too to solve the problems, even if you know the why it's fucked up, is the supreme mathematics and the alphabet and the 12 jewels. Those are the basic 3 things that you need to help you think around these stay there. Even if you didn't know what a 10, 1 to 14, or 1 to 30, 1 to 40, the mathematics, the alphabet, and the 12, the words, and the definition of these words. Once you download them, is a sequence of first and knowledge first, wisdom, understanding, culture, and all that. You add with these things in every situation that you have that you're dealing with, and regardless of what it is, these proper tools will allow you to make the best decisions for yourself at the moment, and that's what you do. And can't nobody tell you no different unless you make the white man, which is the devil, and the system that goes against you because you're being set up by yourself to see that if you're that strong, not in the physical, but in the mental, your mind is setting the physical up to see are you that strong, are you that wise. So the mind is testing your body. So when the mind is testing your body, the mind can separate from the body, but the body can't separate from the mind. When the body is separate from the mind, the body is a fucking is a dummy, done deaf blind. And this is what's going on right now. People are separating their body from the mind and living up the body and forget the mind concept of saying there was an idea first. And the idea was the man first. And that was the black man. And we've been here millions of thousands of years before we made every other man. So we already had our chance. We had our party already. The original nation already had their party. They partied for thousands and thousands of years. They had they did their thing. This is a new generation. It's a new world. And they passed that to brothers like myself. The new sign. This is my turn to shine. It's our turn to be gods. It's our turn to show and prove. It's our turn to be right and exact. And whatever we do, whoever don't like it, we'll be able to show and prove we have the proper thinking tools to show and prove right. Because we all right. This is why we God. Any other question that became debatable, we could do this to the sun burn out. We don't have to get violent. But if you choose to get violent and you say some stupid shit like why, this is when it gets violent. The 25th letter is why. The 25th letter is why. 25 is why. 25 backwards is 52. I know y'all familiar with 52 blocks. When brothers get physical, they got a hand cut. They try. This is why we get physical. When you start saying why, because now we have to. Because now you be disrespectful. Because we already show and prove the answer, and we show you the knowledge, wisdom, we bring you understanding. And when you start using why as a form of saying, or try to like hear that, but why, mommy? Why, mommy? After your mother just said, because I said so. But why? But why? This is where you get from the 25, which is why, because 52 now. Now it's time to knuckle up. Or sing, shows is coming out. I won't lie to you. And it's hardcore truth about what it is you have a thing called the holy war. When people tell you stuff, you start asking why. You don't ask why. You don't ask why. You don't ask why. You know? And this is why, this is the understanding factor of why you have to have knowledge first. You have to know first. You have to know the ledge first. Because there's a ledge involved. Trust me. You don't want to go over the ledge. And this is why. And then you have wisdom and understanding and so forth. And that's basically it. So I know it's kind of long, but you ask questions. I read your thoughts. I hear the comments. I see the question. This is my world. This is my world. So right now, all y'all my babies, all y'all my students, regardless of what you might know within your own world, no matter what you might think or do, I'm a superior version. I'm a superior version. I'm a little above all y'all versions. Because the title alone allows me to be that. Some people tell us the title allows me to activate that, and the PAQ-MAN concept allows me to be a superior version, a more stronger version. Always, always a stronger version.